Hello, and welcome to this year's Exercise and Sports Science Open Day presentation. My name's Kirsten Howlett and I'm Course Director for the Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science courses. We'll be hosting a live Q&A session straight after this presentation to answer any questions that you may have. As we gather for this meeting, physically dispersed and virtually constructed, let us first take a moment to reflect the meaning of place and in doing so recognise the various traditional lands on which we do our business today. We acknowledge the elders, past, present and emerging, of all the land we work and live on and their ancestral spirits with gratitude and respect. So why would you choose to study exercise and sports science here at Deakin? Well, the reason being is that you'd be joining the #1 ranked sports science school in Australia. We are extremely proud that the work and research that is performed by our school has been recognised by an independent global ranking agency. In particular, as there are no other universities, schools or departments in Australia that have ever been ranked #1 overall or for a specific discipline like sport. So we are immensely proud of this outcome. In addition to our school's #1 ranking, Deakin is ranked within the top 1% of universities worldwide and has been ranked #1 in Victoria for student satisfaction for the last 10 years. So we are confident that as a potential future student within our courses, you will have every opportunity available to you to succeed. So over the next 25 minutes or so, this presentation will provide some insight into our course structure and prerequisites, our teaching and learning facilities, the practical experiences that you will gain, as well as talk a little bit towards the end of the presentation around graduate employability and also postgraduate pathways. Although we appreciate that this might be 3 to 4 years away, it is certainly very important to start thinking about what you might want to be doing once you graduate from our courses. So firstly, we provide a number of single and combined degrees that are either of 3 or 4 years in duration. We offer a Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science degree, which we refer to as our single degree, and it's 3 years in duration. And we also offer 2 combined degrees, the Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science with the Bachelor of Business in Sports Management, and also the Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science, Bachelor of Nutrition Sciences. Both of those combined degrees are 4 years in duration. All of our courses are offered at both our Melbourne Burwood campuses and also the Geelong-based Warren Ponds campus. And in particular, I'd like you to note that we do have a new offering for the combined degree with nutrition, offering for the first time in 2021 at the Geelong campus. I should preface though, despite the 2 different campuses, the structure of the courses, whether it's be the single or the combined degree, and the opportunities available to students through teaching and learning and the facilities are equivalent on campus. And in particular, there are a number of staff that will do travel between the 2 campuses to deliver unit learning outcomes. If you are a current Year 12 student, then the prerequisites and enter scores are shown here. Although these numbers can change from one year to the next based on demand, they have remained relatively constant over the last 2 years, so are likely to be similar for our 2021 student intake. For our non-Year 12 school leavers or direct entry applications, the prerequisite requirements are shown here. I won't go into detail here because as you can see, they are quite lengthy, but you will be able to pause this presentation or review at a later stage. And if you have any questions, then there are also options available for you to ask questions following this presentation through our live Q&A session, where I'll be one of the members on the panel, and also throughout the day from additional course staff through live chats. As I mentioned previously, we offer both single and combined degrees. This is the course structure for our single degree, which is 3 years in duration. Students are required to complete 24 units or subjects of study. And for full-time students, this usually involves undertaking 4 units or subjects of study per trimester across 2 trimesters per year. But I should also note that we do have a trimester 3, which runs over the summer period, which offers some flexibility to students if they would like to spread the load a little bit more evenly across the whole year. Or although I should note, not all of our courses or not all of our units are actually available to be undertaken in that trimester 3. In terms of the basic structure of our single degree, it consists of 16 core units shown here in the green or the blue, a greeny blue. All students, whether undertaking the single or combined degrees, will need to complete these core units. As part of the core units, you can also see that there are 2 units, one shown at the second year level, exercise programming, and also another pink shaded unit in year 3, which is called exercise and sports science practicum. I'll speak a little bit more about this, but these are our practicum based units, and we'll cover a little bit more about this later in the presentation, but this is where essentially our students are able to engage in significant hands-on industry-based practical experience. The exercise programming unit undertaken in year 2 is a minimum of 80 hours, and in the third year, students can undertake a minimum of 140 hours. So overall, there's 220 hours of practical hands-on experience that students will get exposed to throughout the degree. The remaining 8 units are elective units, which are shown here in grey. And this is really important because it gives students an opportunity to customise their degree based on their specific interests and career pathways. These units can also be used to form a major sequence and to make this a little bit easier for students and a little bit more streamlined, we've developed a series of major sequences that students can choose. Within the School of Exercise and Nutrition Sciences, we've designed 6 specific majors that align with career pathways and employment opportunities once students graduate. So students could choose a major, remembering that a major is the 8 particular units that would make, or elective units, and they can be in the areas of applied sports science, exercise physiology, strength and conditioning, physical activity and exercise for health, sports coaching and sports nutrition. There are also other majors that are offered within the Faculty of Health. And as you can see here, examples of this include disability and inclusion, family, society and health, health promotion, nutrition and psychology. But there's also the other opportunity to put together your own series of elective units. So there is a wide variety of choice for students to customise your degree, which is a real strength of this degree compared to others that are offered. So what about the combined degrees? Well, firstly, let's focus on the exercise and sports science degree in combination with the Bachelor of Business Sports Management. Essentially, the major difference between this and the 3-year degree is obviously it's 1 year longer, in 4 years in duration, and there are significantly less choice for elective units. The exercise sports science component shown here on the left of the left 2 panels contains the same 16 core units from the single degree, as well as another additional 16 core units that are taken from the business sports management area. There are obviously less options to customise your degree, as there's really only 1 elective available, shown here in grey, that can be taken from the business side of the degree. So there's really less opportunity to customise your degree, but the positives is that you will graduate with 2 degrees, which opens graduate employability in both exercise and sports science or business, or a position that combines the best of both of those degrees. Also note that in addition, for the exercise sports science practical opportunities shown here in pink, you'll also notice that on the right-hand side of the screen, there is also an opportunity to undertake a sports management practicum, which is an additional 100 hours of practical experience that can be gained across the degree. So once again, this is a real strength of our single and both our combined degrees. A similar structure is also offered for the exercise and sports science degree combined with the Bachelor of Nutrition Sciences. Once again, the same 16 core exercise and sports science units from the single degree, shown once again on the two left-hand side panels of screen. And then there's also the combination with an additional 16 units from nutrition. And once again, this contains one elective unit, this time not shaded in grey, but actually shown here in pink, because this is an elective unit, but we would usually encourage students that are undertaking this combined major to undertake the food and nutrition practicum, which is an additional 100 hours of practicum within obviously the food and nutrition area. And this increases the industry-based practical experiences, which are really invaluable opportunities for students to network and to get a taste for career pathways once students graduate. We have a large network of practicum positions. Once again, just as a reminder, if you're undertaking this single degree, then there are 2 opportunities for industry-based practical experience, 80 hours in the second year and 140 hours minimum in third year. There are a large range of practicum positions ranging from gyms and fitness centres, hospitals and government organisations through to larger professional sporting organisations, where our students are able to gain hands-on industry relevant skills and experience. In second year, students are assisted with finding placements, while students are actively encouraged and supported to find their own placements in third year that then aligns with their preferred career goals and graduate employability opportunities. These industry-based practicums offer students an opportunity to complete a hands-on role and gain exposure to different environments that allow our students to put their learned skills into practice. Like one of our students, Monica Kelly, it also provided an opportunity to network. And collectively, this has resulted in Monica gaining employment with the Geelong Football Club as the Women's Physical Performance Coordinator once she had graduated. We are an accredited course, so on completion, all graduates will be eligible to apply for accreditation with Exercise and Sports Science Australia, or often abbreviated as ESSA. ESSA is our national accreditation body, which provides a national educational framework that is evidence-based, industry relevant, and ensures that all graduates of our programs are competent to practice at a high standard. Also, ESSA accreditation ensures that staff teaching into the course are all experts in their teaching discipline areas, and in most cases are undertaking high quality national and international competitive research that ensures that all of our staff are at the forefront of advances in their discipline specific areas. And obviously this has translational benefits for our students. Many employers in the exercise and sports science area are now seeking to employ graduates that have ESSA accreditation, which really highlights the importance of this national industry-based qualification. We are lucky to offer our students access to world-class facilities at both the Geelong and the Melbourne campuses. At Geelong, at our Warren Ponds campus, we have the Elite Sports Precinct, which consists of an MCG-sized AFL oval, where the AFL Geelong Cats undertake a number of their training sessions. This is in addition to a FIFA-grade soccer pitch, an 8-lane 400-metre athletics track, 50-metre long jump track and sand pits, basketball, a baseball diamond, basketball and netball courts. And just very to the left of screen, you can actually see a small building on the cusp of the athletics track there, which is a custom-built, purpose-designed teaching facility, so we can actually engage with students actually within this elite sports precinct area. Our school at the Geelong campus is also located specifically in the Reach building, which contains purpose-built strength and conditioning gyms and specialised practical laboratory spaces for teaching-related areas within anatomy, biomechanics, exercise physiology as an example. At the Melbourne Burwood campus, we have recently acquired access to our purpose-built specialised indoor exercise and sports science building that, like the Geelong Warren Ponds campus, features specialised facilities and equipment for biomechanics, motor learning and exercise prescription teaching. Specialised facilities and equipment include a climate chamber that can stimulate or can simulate extreme temperatures, humidity and altitude, 5 indoor 40-metre running lanes and a walking track with overhead harness gantry, a cardio area and open group fitness areas with up to 40 plus stations. The space also contains motion capture systems and specialised AV equipment, as well as 10-metre high ceilings with retractable catch netting to accommodate teaching and learning environments. This building also contains a whole floor dedicated to the Deakin Clinical Exercise Centre, and this serves as a teaching clinic where individuals from the community can attend for consultations and exercise prescription from our supervised students undertaking a Masters of Clinical Exercise Physiology. And I'll talk a little bit more about what that Masters program entails towards the end of this presentation. It's important to highlight here that we are actually a member of the Elite Athlete Friendly University Network, and we do have a Deakin Elite Athlete program. We offer students a large number of students that are athletes and competing at the professional or national level with opportunities for flexible assessment deadlines and a flexible class attendance modes. I'm not going to go into detail about that here, but obviously if this is something that relates to you, then there is a link here to our Elite Athlete program where you'll be able to find more specific information about that. There are currently workforce shortages across the exercise and sports science industry in regional and remote areas of Australia. And so Deakin offers a regional and remote entry scheme as an alternative entry pathway into our exercise and sports science courses. Eligible applicants will be able to receive an adjustment of up to 10 aggregate points towards their entry score for admission into selective exercise and sports science degrees. These are offered principally at the Geelong Warn Ponds campus. For the single degree of exercise and sports science, and also the combined degree of Bachelor in Exercise Sports Science and Bachelor of Business Sports Management. And because our course, our combined degree with Bachelor of Nutrition is also going to be new and offered for the first time on the Warn Ponds campus from 2021. We don't at this stage have a regional and remote entry scheme, but we plan to explore that for later deliveries. It's important that these regional and remote entry schemes have separate VTAC codes, so you just need to be aware about that. But we would probably suggest that you preference the standard course first codes, VTAC codes first, followed by the regional and remote VTAC codes. For those of you that are eligible, it will be essentially those that are current Year 12 students who are undertaking their final year of schooling at a regional or a remote secondary school. That's not located in a major city in Australia, and also to current Year 12 students from schools within the greater city of Geelong region. So we know that students are often interested in graduate employment opportunities, and we do offer a wide range of career opportunities for exercise and sports science graduates, and we think this is one of the real strengths of our course. As you can see on this diagram, graduate employability can be undertaken in areas of sport and fitness, within health and rehabilitation from a business perspective, and also there's opportunities to undertake research and additional opportunities for teaching within the tertiary sector as well. This is a sample of job titles that graduates are eligible to apply for. I'm not going to go into detail around this because it's quite a complex slide, but once again, you'll have an opportunity to come back and refer to this if you pause the recording or review this recording. But what you can see is that the core shown here in white is ESSA accreditation. So all of our students that graduate from our courses will be eligible to apply for accreditation with ESSA as an accredited exercise sports scientist. And this does open up a number of different types of graduate employability in the areas of fitness, maintenance of health and disease prevention, the areas of disease treatment, education and performance. But I should also note that, as shown on this diagram as well, there are some job aspects there that are listed that will require additional training and qualifications. Another small list of graduate employment outcomes are shown here. And once again, I'm not going to go into specific detail about that, but we do have a very extensive careers website through our School of Exercise and Nutrition Sciences. So I would actively encourage students to have a little bit of a search on our website and undertake a little bit more research around what those specific jobs may entail. Because we know that graduate employability is so very important, in addition to offering a wide variety of different types of career paths, we also have significant Deakin-focused activities that are really are important for graduate employability. It's shown here in the 3 circles, but obviously we have our Deakin graduates have learning outcomes. So these are specific courses that provide alignment with the requirements for exercise sports science accreditation. So it covers off things that are related to technical and discipline specific skills, transferable skills, and generic skills such as communication. We offer extensive experience and working integrated learning through our practicum experiences, and in the single degree, this can be up to 220 hours, and in the combined degree, over 320 hours. But these provide experiences for general work experience or generic work experience, professional working integrated learning work experience, and also provides aspects of life experience. We also have a Deakin partner called Deakin Talent, which provides specific career and employment preparation. Deakin Talent empowers students to explore a broad range of career opportunities and allows them to build skills and experiences which are really valued by employers. We have opportunities for digital resources on demand. These are universal, accessible for all Deakin students that are studying and also available to our graduates. We have guided programs that offer face-to-face workshops, career coaching and professional development programs open to all students and graduates, both on campus and those of the students that are undertaking a cloud-based delivery. And we also offer significant career learning embedded within the curriculum. So it's contextualized, embedded and scaffolded into our core learning. And this will be explored a little bit more in this slide. So in the Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science, career education is developed across 3 units. HSC 113 at a first year level, and then we have this progresses on to 2nd and 3rd year. Over this period of time, we build students' career education. Firstly, encourage them to explore self-awareness and identify career motivators and career options. This feeds into then career action plans at at 2nd year level, and then on to our practicum unit in 3rd year, where in addition to the 140 hours of practical hands-on industry-based experience, students will also have to develop a job application portfolio, undertake internship reflection, and also undertake video interviewing skills. So really trying to upskill them to enable them to be able to apply either for further study or give them skill sets which will sustain them as a professional with a sustainable career. In T1, our career education was delivered to over 1,500 students. And for this year, this is the first time that we'll have graduates graduating across from this career learning program throughout the whole course. In 2020, we'll have our first cohort of students who will have received career education across their whole degree, assuming the full-time enrolment. And we hope that that will really set them up for a sustainable and professional career outcomes. I'm not going to go into detail here, but there is more opportunities here which you can read in detail at a later stage about other programs and services that are available through Deakin Talent, which once again are available to both our current enrolled students and also for graduates that have graduated from our programs. And they encompass talent development programs right through to career coaching, resume and job application reviews as well, and also opportunities to actually engage with employers who advertise through Deakin Talent. Students have opportunities to undertake additional study where they can learn, travel and grow and understand the sporting context from different perspectives. So students have opportunities to either undertake a trimester or two of study abroad that they can still contribute to their course progression. And we also offer an elective unit, an international studies tour where students can travel for 2 to 3 weeks overseas with academic staff members and participate in a number of exposures to to exercise and sports science from an international perspective. And for those students in undertaking that elective unit, there are significant electives to be able to undertake. However, we acknowledge that at the moment the situation regarding the COVID virus outbreak is evolving and fast moving. And although our study tour programs are an important teaching and learning opportunity for students, our plans have been put on hold until it's safe to travel again. The safety of our students is obviously a priority, and we will ensure that we can communicate if there are any changes to the status of these programs. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here, but there are obviously significant, a number of different pathways in which you can apply to Deakin and come to Deakin to undertake our courses. I probably want to spend a little bit more time though that our courses also open up the opportunities to continue on to further study. There are areas of research which relate to an honours program, and also this can translate into a Doctor of Philosophy, which allows then staff to, or students to undertake significant research and to become eventually work in industry or undertake academic teaching. There are a number of new graduate certificates that are now on offer within the areas of strength and conditioning, sports performance analysis and applied sports science. And then we also offer 2 master's programs, and a Masters of Applied Sports Science and a Masters of Clinical Exercise Physiology. The importance of our ESSA accreditation is underpinned here. Obviously, you can see that by undertaking a Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science, you can become an accredited exercise sports scientist, but this also then feeds into our master's programs. Applied a clinical exercise physiologist, which you can gain accreditation as an accredited exercise physiologist, or undertaking master's programs through an accredited sports science, through at level 1, and then with additional industry experience in moving on to level 2 and level 2 where you level 3 to become a high performance manager, which allows you opportunities to engage with sporting organisations. So what is a clinical exercise physiologist? It's an allied health professional who uses exercise to treat individuals with disease or or injury. It allows graduates to work in rehabilitation or with athletes to optimise performance. They can work in hospital situations with cancer patients to increase treatment effectiveness and improve their quality of life, or alternatively help with patients with chronic diseases to manage pain and improve mobility. This is an example of one of our students, Blake McCarthy, who undertook a Masters of Clinical Exercise Physiology, and he now currently works in private hospital and also in a private exercise physiology clinic where he works with a wide variety of different types of clients. So to end on, hopefully we've been able to provide a snapshot of our courses available to you. Once again, we are extremely proud that our work and research has been continually ranked as #1 in Australia. And for our students, this means that when they graduate, they'll be leaving the best sports science school in Australia. So thank you to all for joining us today. It's been a great pleasure to see so many of you interested in our exercise and sports science course. If you'd like to learn more, we encourage you to stick around for the live Q&A session, which is about to kick off. And if you need to head to another session, please explore our virtual open day website where you'll find additional information or speak to our experts on live chat at any time throughout the day.